Hello everyone, Dennis here. This is GCE O Level Mathematics Lecture 15. In this video, we are going to discuss two topics. The first is utility bills and the second is currency exchange. This video is brought to you by Ace with Dennis. Now, learning can be smart, not hard. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell notification button to stop missing out free lessons from me. Utility bills. I believe your parents receive utility bills that look like this every month. Have you ever wondered how utility bills are calculated and what your parents are actually paying? In this section, we will learn how to read and interpret utility bills such as charges for electricity, gas, and water usage. So this section is the most important section of the utility bill because it shows all the details that we want to know. So let's see this page in detail. Okay, so this is an example that I actually grabbed from the internet, and this bill was 5 years ago, which is March 2017. So the first section here shows a summary of the charges where it records the previous bill, how much is the previous bill, and whether we have paid this bill or not. So for this case, we pay full amount, hence the outstanding balance is 0. Then the next line here shows the current charges, which is on this month, March 2017, and the due date is 27 March. So the total is $51.57. Okay, so followed by the next section is the breakdown of the current charges. So basically, utility bills are split into 3 categories. The first one is the electricity services, then the gas services, and the water services. And the other one small part is the refuse removal. Okay, so this column shows the usage of the service and followed by the rate and the amount here. So this amount actually just take the usage multiply with the rate, then we get the amount, then followed by the total here. Alright, so this charge was in 2017, which was very old rates. So in the next page, I will show you the current charge. Alright, so at least in this slide, you have a rough idea how we can interpret utility bills. Now let's discuss in detail how utility bills are actually calculated. Alright, so this is the template of the utility bill, and we'll use the current rate. So today, this year is 2022, so the rate that we are going to use here will be the current rate. Okay, so still remember what are the 3 main categories here. So the first one would be the electricity services. Okay, so let's say the meter reading taken is this number, so 34712. So now the usage is 438 kilowatt hour. Okay, so this is not so important. This is more important, how much we actually use the electricity. And the rate is $0.2544. Okay, it's about 25.44 cents. So the amount will be, just take this usage multiplied with the rate. So $438 kilowatt hour times $0.2544, which is $111.43. Hence, the total here will be $111.43. Okay, now the next category is the gas services. So again, we have the meter reading taken 168. Okay, not so important, but we want to look at this column. So the usage is, let's say, 73 kilowatt hour, and the rate is 20.21 cents. So the amount will be, again, the usage multiplied with the rate, so 73 times 0.2021, and it is $14.75. Hence over here is $14.75. Okay, so the next part is the water services. Under water services, the first thing we will see is the meter reading taken, which is 1089.7. Again, this is not that important. The usage is more important. So it is 17.8 cubic meters. The rate is $1.21. So the amount will be 17.8 times 1.21, which is $21.54. Hence, and the next one, the water services not only charge on the meter reading taken, also we have to pay the water bond fee. So from here, you follow the same usage, 17.8 cubic meters. The rate is 92 cents. Hence, amount would be 17.8 times 0.92, which is $16.38. One more section under water services is the water conservation tax. So it is based on the usage that we have the charge for the usage, which is $21.54. The rate is 50%. Hence, the amount will be $21.54 times 50%, which is $10.76. Okay, then we add all this together, which will get $18.68. Alright, so these are the three main categories of the utility bills, and one more small part will be the refusal removal. So it's one quantity and the rate is $9, hence it's $9 here, so total is $9 as well. Alright, so the refusal removal means after we throw our rubbish, so there's a company that will handle our rubbish. Okay, so the subtotal, just add everything together here, and it is $183.86. But this is not our final bill. We have to calculate GST as well. So at the moment, so the total is $183.86. At the moment, GST is 7%. Okay, so now is 2022. Next year we increase to 8%. Another year increase to 9%. Right? So do remember this. So Singapore government has made the announcement. So you have to pay attention on the current GST charge. Right? Now the amount will be just $183.86 times 7%, which is $12.87. Okay, so $12.87. And finally, the current charges will be, so the $183.86 plus the GST, $12.87, which is $196.73. Okay, so this is how we calculate the utility bills. Now let's discuss exam-based questions, and let's look at example 1. Audrey used 385 kilowatt-hour electricity in a month. The tariff rate was $0.2645 per kilowatt-hour. A. Calculate the amount payable for the electricity usage. B. Find the GST payable on the electricity usage if the rate of GST is 7%. C. Due to the increase in oil price, the tariff rate is increased to $0.2755. Find the percentage increase in Audrey's electricity bill for the same usage of electricity. Okay, so now let's look at the solution here. To calculate for A, to calculate the amount payable, just take the usage times with the rate. So the usage is 385 kilowatt hour, then times with $0.2645. So the amount payable would be $101.83. So rounded to the nearest cent. Okay, now for B, since the GST is 7%, so the GST payable will be the total amount, $101.83 times with 7%, and we get $7.13. So rounded to the nearest cents. Okay, for the C, now we have this Ukraine war, so we know that the oil price increases very much, so the tariff rate also increases. Now, to calculate a new bill, Okay, we assume that Audrey uses the same uh, usage, right, which is 385 kilowatt hour. Then multiply with the rates $0.2755, we get $106.07. So from the same usage but different rates, let's see how much is the percentage increase. So percentage increase will be the new value minus the old value divided by the old value, then times 100%. So for this case, it's $106.07 minus $101.83 divided by $101.83 times 100%. So we'll get 4.16% to 3SF. Now let's see example 2, which is related to water bill. Okay, the water bill for each month is calculated based on the charges given in the table. So this is the table. As we have seen in the previous slide, right? Under water services, right? There are three things that will be charged: the normal usage or the tariff, followed by the water bond fee, and then the water conservation tax. And you can see that there are two rows here. So the first, we will calculate the first 40 meters cube, right? So we have this rate, and if you use more, and we still have the remaining, right, the consumption, then we have to pay more. Okay, so the more you use, the more you have to pay. All right. So here is the question: in a certain month, Jeffrey's household used 55 meters cube of water. Calculate his water bill. Okay, so here's the solution. So we have to calculate all the required charges, like the tariff, water bond fee, water conservation tax, and the total here, right? So the first 40 meters cube, since Jerry household use more than 40, right? So the first column, we calculate the first 40 meter cube first, which is 1.21, right, dollars. So we get $48.40. Okay, then followed by the water bond fee. So 40 times 0.92, which you get $36.80. Then the next one is water conservation tax. So it's based on the usage, right? $48.40 times 50%. So we get $24.20. Hence the total. So add all these three together: tariff, water bond fee, and water conservation tax. We get $109.40. So now the next one is the remaining. So he has used 55 meters cube. So we have calculated the first 40 meters cube. So the remaining is 15 meters cube. So it's 15 times $1.52, which you get $22.80. Then followed by the water bond fee. So 15 meter cube times with the rate, which is $1.80, and we get $17.70. Next is water conservation tax. So 65%, right? So there is $22.80 times 65%, which is $14.82. Hence we add these three together: tariff, water bond fee, and water conservation tax. We get $55.32. So the final bill will be, add these two together, $109.40 plus $55.32, which is $164.72. Okay, so the next topic that we want to talk about is currency exchange. I believe when you go to the shopping complex, right, you pass by those currency exchange or money exchange shops, right? You see the table shown in a shop. Okay, do you understand how to interpret the table shown in the shop? Okay, basically they will show you three columns. Okay, the first column will be the currency for each country. So there are many countries here, right? Followed by the second column will be buying and then selling, right? So this is an example here, right? We have the currency from different countries, we have the buying rate and selling rates. Okay, so now what does it mean by buying rate and selling rate, and why there are two columns here? So it's a very simple reason, because the shop they want to make money as well, right? Usually buying will be lower than selling. Okay, so that they can make money with the difference here. Okay, what does it mean is that let's say you have a US dollar. Okay, so let's say you have $1 and you want to exchange with them, so they will buy your $1 with this amount. All right. Okay, the next one, the selling, right? So what does it mean? It means that if you want to buy $1 from them, then you have to pay them this amount of money. Okay, so this is one example. Actually, these two other examples I also randomly grabbed from the internet. Okay, so I'm not really sure which country are these, right? This is not in Singapore. Okay, I believe that this is not in Singapore. Both are not in Singapore. Okay, but at least you have the rough idea, right? You see these tables in the money exchange shop and you know how to interpret the table. Now, let's discuss the exam-based questions. Example 1. The table below shows the exchange rate of 1 unit of some of the currencies to Singapore dollars, symbol as dollars, by a currency exchange dealer. So here's the table. So now let's look at this table. For the first column, we have the currency with US dollars, Malaysian ringgit, and Japanese yen. And then the next column is units here. Okay, so US dollars and Malaysian ringgit is 1, but Japanese yen is 100 units. And we have the following by the selling rate and the buying rate. Okay, so what does it mean? Right, you can see that Japanese yen is different from US dollars and ringgit Malaysia. What's the reason? Okay, because it means that let's say US dollar, I want to buy $1 from this dealer, so they sell me at this rate. So I have to pay him 1.3632 Singapore dollars in order to get $1. On the opposite side, if I have $1, then they will buy from me 1.3428 Singapore dollars. Okay, so this is how we interpret the data here. Same as Malaysian ringgit. So they will sell me 1 ringgit Malaysia at 0.3229 Singapore dollars. And if I have Malaysian ringgit, they will buy Malaysian ringgit, 1 Malaysian ringgit for me, right, at 0.3057 Singapore dollars. So do remember, the selling rate will be higher than the buying rate because they want to make money from the difference here. Okay, so how to interpret Japanese yen is 100 unit. It means that they will sell me 100 yen at the rate of 1.0961 Singapore dollars. Okay, so this is they sell me. Now if I have 100 Japanese yen, then they will buy from me at this rate 0.8915 Singapore dollars. Alright, I hope you understand how to read this table. So let's proceed with the question. Mr. Cole wants to change the following currencies with the dealer. Calculate how much will he receive if he wants to change A. Singapore dollars 500 to Japanese yen, B. Malaysian ringgit 1,300 to Singapore dollars, and C. US dollar 700 to Malaysian ringgit. Okay, so now here's a solution for A, right? We need to see this column, the selling rate, because for this case, the dealers sell Japanese yen to Mr. Cole. Okay, so it means that 100 Japanese yen equivalent to 1.0961 Singapore dollars. Okay, how much is it in yen if I want to exchange 500 Singapore dollars? All right, so this is a direct proportion or the direct proportion case, which is we can form this equation: x by 500 equals 100 over 1.0961. We solve this equation. X is 100 over 1.0961 times 500, which is 45,616 yen. Okay, then move on for the B, 1,300 Malaysian ringgit to Singapore dollars. So for this case, they are selling Mr. Ko sells Malaysian ringgit to the dealer, or the dealer buys Malaysian ringgit from Mr. Ko. So we have to look at this cell, right? So we know that 1 ringgit is to 0.3057 Singapore dollars. So 1,300 Malaysian ringgit is to Y Singapore dollars. Hence, we form the equation Y over 1,300 equals 0.3057. Hence, Y is 0.3057 times 1,300, which is Singapore dollars 397.41. Okay, now for C, it is a little bit tricky. So it's from US dollars to Malaysian ringgit. So what we have to do is step 1, we change US dollar to Singapore dollars first. So we will have to look at this column, right? The rate is 1.3428 Singapore dollars. So hence 700 US dollars is 700 times 1.3428, which is Singapore dollars $939.96. Okay, next, step number 2, we change Singapore dollar to Malaysian ringgit. Okay, so which cell we should look at? Alright, so we should look at this cell, right? So it means that the dealer sells the Malaysian ringgit to Mr. Ko now. So the rate is 1 ringgit is to 0.3229 Singapore dollars. So Z ringgit is $939.96 Singapore dollars. Okay, so from the equation, and the Z will be 9.96 divided by 0.3229, which is Malaysian ringgit $2,910.99. Let's see another example, example 2. So this question comes from Parcel paper. The year is 2012, paper 2, question 4. A. One day, the exchange rate between pounds and Singapore dollars was £1 equivalent to $2.10. On the same day, the exchange rate between the euros and pound was €1 to 0.93 pounds. 1. And change 200 pounds into Singapore dollars. Calculate how many dollars she received. 1 mark. Okay, so here's the solution. Given the rate is £1 is to $2.10. So for 200 pounds, then it's just $2.10 times 200, which is $420. Alright, then part 2, Bill converted $500 into euros. Calculate how many euros he received correct to the nearest euro. 2 marks. So here's the solution. The first step we need to do is we change to Singapore dollars to pounds. So 1 pound is $2.10. Hence $500 will be 500 divided by 2.1, which is 238.10 pounds. Then step 2, we change pounds to euros. So the exchange rate is 1 euros is to 0.93 pounds. So 238.10 pounds is 238.1 divided by 0.93, which is 256 euros to the nearest euro. Okay, so this is question 4, part A in paper 2, 2012. Actually, there is a part B, but the part B is not related to currency exchange, so I don't show it here. Alright, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Do you have any questions or thoughts to share? Feel free to write it down in the comment area. I would love to hear from you. Do you like this video? Please don't forget to like it and share it to your friends. Until then, see you in the next video. Have a great day ahead.